And with that, I guess we're gonna hop back into the game. While I had stepped away, I decided I actually want to do the 100 coins with Yoshi, and we'll get the blue coins too there. So we're gonna do episode 4 first. I was like, should we go back for that? You're coding a bug thanks to Windows 11 API, so you're miffed. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a Windows moment if I've ever heard one. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Alright, this is the big chain chomp. There are different ways to approach this stage. You can actually try to drag it all the way yourself. What I like to do is I like to kind of push it along, just like by chasing after it. Trying to like get it to go the way you want it to go, which sometimes it doesn't, so we'll see. And then... Shit, it almost went the right way. I saw it turn briefly, and then it turned the other way. Yeah, it's kind of looking around, like... Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do this the hard way, unfortunately. That's fine. Shit, it's getting very far away now. Now we're actually back to the start, that sucks. Shit, yeah, it'll reignite after a little bit, so we have to kind of be fast here. I'm gonna track it the wrong way. Oh, not fast enough. Yeah, I was hoping I could kind of guide it to the right spot and then easily just have it kind of go in on its own. Because you can kind of do it that way, but sometimes it'll fight ya. Today is one of those days, unfortunately. Ah damn, we almost made it that cycle. We can definitely get this cycle, I think. Piece of cake. And then it turns gold, so it's actually pretty chill now. How they're gonna get it out of the bath, I'm not entirely sure, but it's fine. A lot of the solutions in Mario games are like, yeah, this kind of creates a different problem, but we're just not gonna worry about that. Just, you know, it's just a show, I should really just relax. Kind of logic. Alright, time for everyone's favorite level, but we're not doing the actual level yet. I'm sparing myself a little bit longer. Because we are going after blue coins and 100 coins. We already got a fair amount as is, so we're mostly gonna clean up the ones that do not require time of day, because we got all the night ones, and the day ones we'll get later. Now these little like wind gust thingies that will try to attack you and are very annoying. Again, I'm roughly going to go in order just to keep a better tab on, better tabs on everything here. This one is next in order. Squirt the sign we can't do, and the tall grass we can do. That one should be on the other side. Oh, didn't mean to actually get that one yet, but it's fine. That wasn't a pokey, specifically. And the tall grass should be over here. But yeah, like, I have been enjoying this from the standpoint of just, like, it's kind of chill. Like, you know, again, blue coins do have a bit of a rough reputation, I'd say, but even though they are not necessarily the most engaging thing, I have been enjoying kind of just chatting about whatever. I think I already said that during Noki Bay, though. Tall grass, top of the tree. Which tree do they mean? They mean that one, okay. Because there's one on the other top of the tree. Oh, this guidebook has a typo. It lists 8 instead of 18. It's just the numbers wrong, so it's not a big deal, but still stood out to me. There was another typo too, where there's one listed for like not being in an episode, and it definitely was. Alright, pineapple should be somewhere in that tree over there. Basically, all the like fruits here are like centralized, which is nice. Instead of other levels where you have to like hunt for them. Really? Nothing? Okay. Come on, game. That feels like a ripoff. At least we have this. Again, the one issue I have with 100 coins is how fast coins despawn in this game. Sometimes they despawn so quickly, it can be really hard to actually like get anything out of them. This will give you stuff, right? Yep, okay. I was like, I'm not misremembering, am I? Because that'd be very upsetting. If it was only a daytime thing. If you're really fancy, you can just yeet the fruit over to him and hope for the best, but I'm not. I'm gonna have to do this 2 more times anyway, so I'm just gonna take it slow. Yoshi, this one will be orange. Orange glad I didn't say banana. Sometimes I question my ability to make jokes. It's like... I feel like my vibe on stream isn't inherently a problem. Oops, that is a problem though. But it is a case of like, I don't know if I'm like the most comedic streamer, if that makes sense. Like, more cozy than comedic, which isn't a problem, but just... It's kind of interesting trying to feel out what vibe I have for actually streaming. Two butterflies, or 1 butterfly and 2 beehives. This one sucks over here. This one is awful because it's right by a cliff. So we'll see how this goes. This could go really disastrously, in all fairness. Kind of a little stuck, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to guide them over a little bit, like, not to the edge of the cliff for obvious reasons. I'm also trying to grab as many coins as possible for this mission. We're already at 50, which is good. Shit. Okay. Okay, I'm prioritizing the coins, which is difficult sometimes. Again, each bee gives you coins, so this is why I recommend doing it here. It is possible in episode 1, I have done it, it is not easy. Because you have to like put out all the flames, ground pound a bunch of random spots. It's not convenient. 20... 20 is... where exactly? On top of the mushroom? Oh, okay. Interesting hitboxes. As long as Yoshi's tongue is, you have to kind of like jump up to them, I find. Maybe not. Maybe it's just bad angle. There's also coins underground, so I'm gonna have to like suffer through in the underground and hope I don't die while trying to get that. So, shoot the spout that the waterfall flows out of. Well, that one's easy. I'm gonna have to drop Yoshi for this, otherwise he'll evaporate. There we go. Yeah, we'll get a couple of them in episode 8, I think. Wait, there are 2 of these? No, there's only 1, okay. Yeah, it's on the opposite side from here. Again, another detail I love about this game is how the world is interconnected. We're at the top of the world, basically, or the highest point, so you can actually see a lot of the other areas from here. And like, I briefly caught a glance at Peanut Park. Also, no turbo nozzle on this level. So you're on your own for speed, but, you know, this level's not too big, so it's more vertical, I'd say, with the underground. So there's this one, there's another M somewhere. Apparently. Oh, there it is. I am unobservant. So yeah, we have to go underground anyway, so I guess I'll die. The other interesting thing is, this is our second to last 100 coins. After this, we only have Delfino Plaza, and that one's a freebie. There's a trick to easily get that one. But yeah, this is the last one we'll actually have to, like, struggle for. And this isn't even that much of a struggle, I'm just kinda being cagey about going to the underground. Behind the starting area. Nice. Yeah, 100 coins, I mean, here's the thing, it's not exactly a cakewalk in 64 sometimes either, but it's more situational. Like, Dire Docks sucks, because there's barely any coins. And in Hazy Maze Cave is just and Rainbow Ride are just very easy to die on. I feel like it's tied to the blue coins, yeah. Again, the main issue I have is you have to do them in specific levels. It's not really a big deal, like, if you have the official Nintendo's player guide like I do, and I've had this guidebook for years to the point where it's actively falling apart. But it is a case of, like, you know, as a kid, I just knew exactly which episode I needed to do everything in. If you didn't have the player's guide and had to actually figure it out yourself which episode you need, that would be a lot more frustrating. So again, it's one of those things where it's like, I understand why people dislike that aspect of this game, I'm not defending it, but it is something that I've always circumvented. Actually, it might be possible to get to the top of the tree, like by jumping off of one of the other trees. I'm not really gonna find out right now, we'll come back for that later. So yeah, we have to do this twice now. 30 blue coins in every levels. That's 150 coins right there. Yeah. True. Though, to be fair, the blue coins feel like they're hidden in different spots usually. Like, there is a lot of bespoke design where blue coins are actually hidden. Like, they're kind of in out-of-the-way areas where I don't think they would put a regular coin there, in a lot of cases. Again, I think Odyssey did a better job from the perspective of the purple coins, the kingdom coins, being tied to cosmetics rather than 100% completion, essentially, for the main objective. I know for Dire Docks also, they specifically add more coins in 64DS, which is nice, but again, I don't know how I'm tackling that game for the series. It would count, but I'm just not really feeling 64DS either at this moment. It's like, I just want to move on to Galaxy after this, if I do another 3D Mario. Because that's the game I like. And it's like, not sort of like a nostalgic favorite, it is a nostalgic favorite, but it's also just like, I love the game, like, genuinely. I think it's a phenomenal game. Galaxy 2 is the hard one to decide what to do with, because I don't know if I want to play that game on stream. And you know exactly why I don't want to play that on stream. I can think of one very big reason. Actually, I can think of a few big reasons. Some of the green stars are kind of, like, frustrating because of, like, having to replay entire levels, like, multiple times to get each one. It's like they know the stage is gonna kick your ass, and they give you like 50 million one-ups along the way, because they know you're gonna get bodied by it, which is like, yeah, that's not good design. For this particular mission, I'm gonna be fully honest. So hey, we'll see how this goes. If I get this first try, I'm gonna be very happy with myself. I'm not promising getting first try on this. I would like it. I don't expect it. Squirt the sign we're missing. We're missing all the trap Piantas. I feel like we're missing blue coins somewhere. There's supposed to be 12, and I feel like they're... I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, I am missing some. Huh, okay. So I am misremembering. Okay, we'll get that one later. Hi. I'm a Chuckster. Get ready to hear that dialogue a lot. My advice for this one is talk to this one as far back as you can, as straight as you can. Unfortunately, I'm not good at doing things straight, so we'll see how this goes. Don't hold back. Yeah, me straight, never. See, my thing is I'm just gonna be patient. We can't be patient in the red coins though, which is why the red coins is annoying, but you have F.L.U.D, so you can kind of course correct more. So that's something. Someone will say higher, higher. Do not ask how I know. I've played this game so much. I forgot what this one says though. Oh, this one just says I'm a Chuckster, okay. Do you actually have to throw yourself over there? Alright, this is the penultimate Pianta. Actually, no. Shit, that's too far. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I could already tell the angle was bad. Which again, I think says a lot about how much I've played this level, where I could just immediately, just the moment I talk to him, I'm like, that's not the right angle for that. Oh, thank God, you stopped. That's a little too far to the left for my liking. Hey, we made it. Second try, I'll take it. Listen, I will not look a gift horse in the mouse. Like, second try, it's real good. Hi Nicole, welcome on in. Pianta gibberish. I love the sound effects in this game. I wish more Mario games did this. Straight up. Hey, guess what? We have to go back. Alright, I'm looking at the guide because I'm not really confident in this one. By the way, this is actually our last secret. Sort of. There's a couple in Pianta, and Delfino Plaza by technicality, but they're not branded as secret stages, so, you know, ostensibly this is our last secret red coin stage. Then we get to find a pachinko and the river leaf and all that fun, and massive air quotes. Shit. Actually, before I forget, I should get the blue coin up here, because I'm definitely gonna forget in a moment. I still feel like I'm missing some, like, I'm short. A few. There's like 8. It's like, is it 8 that you get from the Piantas you rescue? Because if it's 8, then, oh no. We might be okay, but... that'd be 3 I'm missing, which I think is actually right. Because we're missing the sign in daytime. The one with the bluebird, and the one underground. We'll see. We'll see next episode for sure. We'll get a good idea of how many blue coins we're missing. Jesus, I almost just flipped off the edge there. As in jumping off, not flipping off, as in like flipping the bird at this stage, which, I mean, all the people do, in all honesty. Again, this is definitely one of those levels where it's like, I'm not gonna like excuse it, because it definitely is a beginner, like, a wall for beginner, like, people starting out this game or like, who have never played it before. So yeah, I'm not really gonna like defend this stage, but I actually don't mind it too much. But again, maybe it's just because I've played it 50 million times, so I know exactly what to do. You can just say, like, screw the Chucksters in this and just, like, skip them, which is nice. This one you have to do, though, because you have to go so high up that there's no other way. There's also a bunch of shit over there. Okay, we survived. I don't think the Pianta on fire has anything, which is odd. Why is he here, is my question. Shit, this is not the smoothest run of this stage that I've ever had, but we are making it. Okay. Can I... So yeah, for this red coins, you only need one Chuckster. You literally don't need any other Chucksters for this. So yeah, that's actually not that bad. Not bad at all. Nice. Yeah, last secret done. We're making good time. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, there was 8 trapped Piantas in the next stage. So yeah, we should be good for coin count, I think. I think I know where the last 3 are. I hope. Piantas in need. This one's a fun one, I think. This is a good speedrun level because it has an active timer. I know they're like... I feel like I've seen like a video on like ILs, or individual level times for this. Oh no, I just went away for a bit and now look, I can't believe it. Another fine mess, and it's a doozy. Some of the villagers are trapped in that burning ooze, and I just finished evacuating everyone a little while back. What in the world's happening? I think I may just start crying. Oh, I'm sorry to trouble you time after time, but please... Did you find time to help us out again? 10 villagers are trapped in the slime. You must hurry. Alright, this level's fun. I'm not gonna promise a speedrun by any means. Some people actually free the Piantas and then clean them off later because there's a brief animation where you can't actually clean them off. So it's actually slightly more beneficial to back off a bit. We're not gonna talk to them right away so I can keep better track of everything. So we need... what? 207 by the end of this, plus any other coins we get. Okay, these two over here. The 2 kid Piantas don't have blue coins, only the adult Piantas do. But you do have to save them for the mission. Nice, nice. Next is you. There's also barrels of water, they're not really helpful for anything. It doesn't feel like particularly beneficial to use those. Last 2 should be... over here, I think. Well, there's 1. Don't know where the other one is. Actually, they might just be over, this way. Nope. Okay, we have a problem. Where's this last one? Is that the start of the area and I just totally missed him? Because I saw a goop patch. Wow, okay, I missed the easy one. That's typical for me. Well, okay. Crisis averted. Alright, so now we go talk to everybody. First of all, actually, I'm gonna grab this blue coin, so I don't forget it. And then we are gonna get all of our spoils. Thanks, sweetums. I don't know how I processed the term sweetums as a kid. It's like, that's an interesting verb, like, noun choice for that. The male Piantas will always say the same thing when you rescue them. The female Piantas will always say the same thing when you rescue them. It's always interesting. Ooh, you saved me, thanks a bundle. Case in point. Also, this one just throws you for some reason. It's like, thanks. It's not like it just saved your life or anything. Oh, you can see Corona Mountain too. I never really thought about that. Yep, up there is Corona Mountain. So yeah, the last two... Thanks bundle yeets you. Yeah. Piantas are interesting. I saw something about how Piantas might be back for World. I don't know if that's confirmed. But I hope Nokis are too. Fun story, I think the last like non-remake game that Piantas were in would probably have been like Mario Kart in the stands. Like audience. But also like they were playable in like the baseball games and like that only. And it's a bummer to me because I wish they were in more games. Nintendo goes through weird eras where they just hyper-fixate on a character and then just put that character in everything. So there was like the GameCube era where you just had Piantas, Nokis, Cataquax, P. Piranha, Gooper, Blooper. You just had all these characters in like every game for a while. And then they just kind of stopped at a point, which was really weird. And some argue Rosalina's not for the Wii generation, where it's like Rosalina's and everything. Not that I'm complaining, because I very much like Rosalina. Not beating the stereotype with that. I'm gonna play it safe and not be a risky little thing, and I'm gonna go talk to the mayor. Yeah, now Pauline's getting that treatment, but I have a problem with Pauline. I'll talk about that in a moment. You're the savior of Pianta Village, we're in your debt. As a reward, please take this. My problem with Pauline now is a slight flanderization in that most of her personality in current games revolves around Jump Up Superstar. Like, I kind of wish they could incorporate something involving like the mini Marios, just as variety. Like, I'm glad Pauline is here, but it's like, her entire personality does not need to be this song. It just actually makes me think of like the first like Coliseum where they're like, this is an ad. Yeah, I always think of that with Jump Up Superstar now. Speaking of Coliseum, different Coliseum, but GameCube NSO I think is also a topic that's been... Oh wait, we have a thing coming up here. This is weird. They force you out for this because the world resets to a different state to unlock the final area as soon as you beat this final Shadow Mario that you're missing. Or beat episode 7 in every world. So we will have to take a short detour away from Pianta Village after fighting Shadow Mario here. We are going to do a detour. Alright, I'll remember this. Yeah, sure you will. We are gonna have fun in a moment, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. So, at this point, the plaza is going to be flooded. Opening up Corona Mountain as a bonus area for, This is the last level, basically unlocking. I don't know why it, like, basically puts you in such a state that you can't, like, do anything else than go here. And then it has a 100% reward, meaning, oh wait, if you beat the game now, then you have to do it again for the 100%, which is not worth it anyway. Sometimes if you swim under these logs at the right angle, you'll get shot down to the ground and you can walk on water. I'm not good at this trick, unfortunately, but was just trying to demonstrate it a little bit. I don't know if that's actually in 3D All-Stars also, now that I'm thinking about it. That might not even be here. In which case, yeah, that... Oh, there it is. So yeah, you can just walk on water. Unfortunately, you can't get a Yoshi, so you can't, like, cheese the lake, or the river, Shine Sprite very easily. I wish you could, that'd be really nice, not gonna lie. But you can't. Alright, up here then. Actually, how the hell do you get up here? Another thing is there's a 1-up on the island off in the distance. The Pianta stuck on that island over there makes it back to shore. You can't get that 1-up anymore, so you just lose out on an automatically replenishing life source. Again, it's one of the really cool things about Sunshine in some ways is that the world is constantly adapting, depending on how much progress you've made. I think it's really cool, personally, and a nice bit of charm, but it can also cause problems occasionally of like, oh, you actually can't get that anymore because the world state has changed. Alright, Corona Mountain, I hope I can make this look easy. That is my goal right now, because I want to show off. I want to be a tryhard. I might also be very quiet for a section coming up because there are 10 blue coins here, believe it or not. We needed a boat for this. If you crash the boat, you have a very good chance of dying. So this is gonna suck, in other words. If I can get this first try, I'll be very happy. I'm not counting on it. I also wish this first, like, platforming section was a checkpoint, but, like, no level has a checkpoint in this game, in all fairness, so... The only checkpoint is a hidden zone, basically. Alright, this is where the fun begins. Lava boat. Small movements is my advice. You can do this without the boat, by the way. If you, like, climb up the spires and gain momentum, you can actually launch yourself to the next spire and so on, and just beat it that way. I'm not that good at this game to pull that off, but I've seen speedruns do it. They actually get the blue coins that way sometimes if you lose the boat, for example. That is a viable option, I guess. Viable might be a strong word for this, but... Yeah, viable is a very strong word, actually. Okay, got one. There should be 9 over the lava. I'm deliberately going to save the ones farther away, or save the ones closer to shore for last, for extremely obvious reasons. The other problem I'm having is, do I try to get a Switch 2? Because, like, you know, that can make this marathon easier, because, like, Chibi Robo also qualifies. And I've considered putting Chibi Robo on the list, but if it's getting an NSO version soon. But that's also behind a very expensive console, so another thing I'm kind of internally debating is how to actually, like, approach some games. Air Ride's another one, where it's like, you know, if I can get a Switch 2, Air Ride might come out then, so it might be better to wait on that. Like, so far, with all the Mario games, the BizHawk Shuffler I did a while back, and the next plan, which is Pikmin 1, I've mostly been going in order of my childhood games, and I'm probably gonna do that with Sonic 1 through 3 also, through Mega Collection specifically, because that's the version I grew up with, for better or worse. We may have issues because there are no continues automatically and no saving in that, so we might actually have to put in, like, Yuji Naka's birthday in Sonic 2 especially. I'm also not promising all Chaos Emeralds. I would promise that for Origins. I'm not promising that for Mega Collection. Now, Thousand Door I'm set on, because then I just play the Switch version. But even that's kind of a variable, because we don't know what games are getting patches yet. Because, like, Thousand Door is one that has, like, Switch 2 features already in the code as is, so they could easily patch it to give it like 60 FPS. Like, I want to say there were like better resolution options already built into the code, just in case. So it's like, we don't know if like that's getting a Switch 2 patch or not. This is the fun part, getting the boat to turn without actually moving forward. Alright, there we go. One more coin. I can just die for this one, to be honest, right? Is it just one? Yeah, it's just one. Okay. Yeah, I could easily just jump into the lava and get this one. Yeah, getting lives and continues isn't too bad, but I have definitely game overed on Sonic 2 plenty of times throughout my life. I'm just gonna do this. This will be faster, even if I die. If I die, I die. Actually, I probably won't die here. I'm holding ZR to hope the hover engages. Hey, hell yeah. Okay. Actually, I can just do this. Why not? I don't know why it saves here. It's like there's one level here. Anyway, hey, Corner Mountain's effectively done beyond the final boss. So all that's left is the rest of Pianta Village and then the plaza itself, which I am kind of dreading, to be honest, just because a lot of the Shine Sprites here will kick my ass. Probably. Where am I going? Rocket Nozzle, that's right. Okay. Alrighty, finishing up Pianta. We have 20 minutes till next ad break, so we have plenty of time for this. Hopefully, if I remember what the red coins are, I actually kinda don't, to be honest. Most of them are those Tanuki thieves, yeah. It's like 15 here, that's not too bad. Hey, Fluff Festival, I love this level. It's hard as hell, but it's our last, like, main out-of-world level, or in-world level, so it should be hard. Yeah, I might go over. Shit. Okay. That was a very embarrassing, way to die after getting through Corner Mountain, first try. Like, that's just awkward right there. Okay. And then the blue coin should be over here. The other interesting thing is Delfino Plaza only has 20 blue coins, because it combines with Corner Mountain's 10. So yeah, there should only be, the blue bird, and that's it, for Pianta Village. Now how the hell do I get out of here? Shoot, okay, that works. There's also one at the top of the tree that's only in this episode, so we have to actually do a lot of this, like some of this over again. Not the bird. Oh yeah, this one, I don't think this one's too bad. Again, a lot of the birds have like fixed landing spots, so I don't find them that terrible. Oh, the one red coin, blue coin I was thinking of, I was confusing it with a red coin, I think. I'm like, wait, I thought there was a blue coin there. It's like, nope, thinking of this level. Where's 2 on this guide? Oh, that's on that tree. Yeah, this is the one I was confusing it with. Also, this Pianta, and there's always a Pianta in every world that gives you sunglasses. I have not shown that off at all. I love not being able to see where I'm going in a platformer that often demands a lot of the player. It's cool detail that the sunglasses actually dim the screen, but I find it just makes it hard to see. Like, I was playing RE2, like I mentioned yesterday, and it's like, the temptation to just crank up the brightness is definitely high at parts, but that also loses atmosphere, obviously. That's a game I'm very torn on how to handle, because it's like, on one hand, RE2 is an important game of my life. On the other hand, that game is very gory, so I don't entirely know how well that would do in terms of my viewership, basically. If, like, friends would be interested in seeing me play a very grim game like RE2. Oh, it's over here. Gotcha. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. We lived. We just got stung by a bee, but we lived. No biggie. And the last one should be somewhere in these, like, crates over here. Which one? I don't remember. Ow. Okay. There we go. And thank you for the hydration check, GB. I will get to that in a moment. But right now, I'm just gonna try to, like, get through the rest of this. Because we're almost done with this level. One more red coin is at the top of the tree. So we need to figure out a way up there. Again, we also need to get the bird up here. I forgot where it is exactly. If it's higher... I feel like it's higher up. I hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Alright, there we go. I should get this, huh? So I can get back up here in a reasonable amount of time. Alright, where the hell did that bird go? There it is. Piece of cake. Oh, okay, I still didn't take damage, so I'll take it. Hell yeah. So I'll just have the 2 shine sprites here. Should be a piece of cake. She says, knowing she is tempting the fates. Case in point. Again, we're not dying, that's the main thing I was worried about here, so if I don't die, I'll take that. This is not a super smooth run of this tree climb, though. We got to do it again, though. Maybe I'll do a better job next time. In different ways, yeah. Shit. Okay. We don't really need water once we get to the top, thankfully, so I can just kind of take it easy now. This part sucks, I'm gonna be honest. This part is, like, always scary to me, and I don't know how many times I've actually died here, but it just feels scary. Like, it just feels terrifying, having to, like, trust that the controls don't give out, because sometimes they do in this game. So yeah, this is one of those things that's like, have I actually died here very often? No, but am I still terrified of it? Absolutely. I usually climb up a little bit, because sometimes hanging at the very bottom can cause you to just fall off from, like, the motion, like the way Mario's lined up with it isn't quite correct. I think that's Noki Bay. Like, that's that little bit of water there. That's the pool where the Gooper Blooper is. That's on a beach. That's Pianta, or that's Pianta Park. Yeah, just being able to see the entire world from here is really cool. Like, it's such a cool detail, and I wish more games did this, to be honest, where, like, they establish a sense of scope where the entire world is in one region. And that's created, like, a sense of, like, oh, the levels aren't as varied as something like, you know, 64, where you're going to all sorts of different locations, but it does have the nice benefit of being a little bit more, like, giving you a sense of, like, this is an actual real place, quote-unquote real place, of, like, a lived-in environment, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That kind of style, I think, is really cool. And I love when games are able to pull that off, where it's like, yeah, no, this is just one continuous world, it's not, like, segmented chunks of levels. Alright, so we're back in the building again. I quote that so much now. Friends started saying it a lot, and now I've picked it up again. I've been quoting a lot of fan dubs lately. I need to rewatch a couple of them. I know some friends were talking about like going through some of them. So I'll probably join them if it's at a time that I can hop in. So yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've seen most of the fan dubs. Except like 06, which I watched semi-recently with friends. Okay, so far so good. And up here, and then when you're on the Shine Sprite platform, you gotta shoot the sun. You know, just casually staring straight into the sun. That's a great idea, Mario. Nothing could possibly go wrong from this. Alright, I guess we'll do 100, like... I guess, like, what do we do now? That's, like, all the main Shine Sprites, I think. So all that's left is gonna be Delfino Plaza, I think. Unless I'm really forgetting something. I have this sinking feeling that I'm forgetting something, but it doesn't look like I am. So I guess we're good. Good to go on that. I guess we'll just clean up these real quick. Hopefully, when I say real quick, it actually ends up being quick. Screw it. We'll get one of the hardest ones out of the way first. I'm feeling risky. Pachinko time! This level sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This one just has weird invisible walls everywhere. It's more about when you start hovering than actually, like, any semblance of real physics. There are ways to get into the little alcoves with the red coins, like, when you're not supposed to, which can kind of be a nice little cheese strat if you can actually make it there. Yeah, this is another level where if I do this first try, I'll be very happy with myself. Because, like, yeah, like, sometimes you just get stuck on things. Like, you know, I know there's a harder one technically. This is probably my least favorite though, just because it's so fiddly. Like, there's no way to consistently do this. You're just kind of at the mercy of weird, like, scripting. Because it's not really physics-based, it's like scripting-based. Like, if you go to a certain point and then release the hover, you'll just stop abruptly. Actually, if I can replicate that, that would work very well. The bottom pockets are obviously the hard ones, because, like, that's, like, really weird to reach that. You can also land on these little nails, in theory. Oh boy, okay, we lived, somehow. Let's go. I'm happy. Now, I'm not gonna, you know, celebrate too early though, because we still have to grab the Shine Sprite. Which is sometimes easier said than done. Okay. Let's go. First try. Okay, well, that's a relief. One weird thing about the Shine Sprites in Delfino Plaza is you actually keep your coin count between, shines. So we actually still have one coin. Which means we can actually also go up here and get one really easily. Basically, what you do is talk to a Chuckster up on this roof, and he'll throw you where you need to go. And also, I think the weather vanes can give you coins too, so it's very easy to get coins even if we didn't have one here. Howdy, throw me a coin and I'll throw you for a loop. Yeah, and then away you go. So that's a very quick and easy one too. Just get that one, no problem. So, yeah, this is gonna be relatively fast at this point to, like, clean up all these. Another very quick one is this over here. You just got the turbo nozzle, and then break open this thing over here. Boom. Ow. Or you get, like, a concussion on this wall. But yeah, there's another one. So yeah, this is gonna go relatively fast. I think we could like conceivably beat the game in 3 hours. I might go a little bit over though, which is why again I started a little bit early just in case. Yeah, in theory, we might be able to beat this game relatively fast. At least that's my hope, because this is stream 3. This is not a long playthrough, but I still kind of would like to move on to something else soonish. In May, I have a few games in mind to play, and also June, I have a lot of plans for obvious reasons. So yeah, I would like to get through this game and be able to move on to something else. Actually, I will eat my words. I know I was saying I'm probably not going to play Mario 64. I just realized something, and I think I will actually play Mario 64 soon. If you know me, you can probably guess what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm not slick. If you think you know my plan for Mario 64, you're probably correct, because I'm very predictable with the things I enjoy. So yeah, we'll do something for Mario 64 in the near future. And that's all I'll say for now. Alright, another one up here. There's also the other clock tower along with the Shine Gate, so we'll get those two soonish. There's also one for ground pounding, like a slab above the lighthouse. So yeah, there's plenty to get here. This will go really fast though. But yeah, ads are about to start, so I'm gonna stop here and we will be back very shortly with more Shine Sprites here.